I'm still in Addis, still having some meetings here. I just came from the nice house building to meet with one of the developers here in Addis, and just to get some more insights and some information from them about also foreign investment, diaspora investment, who's investing, like who's doing what and stuff like this. And she was telling me that also like they have, for example, now one completed project, but I will attach whatever else they do. One completed project so far. But they also have, I think, another 5 or 6 buildings. I'm not sure, but like these buildings, huge buildings here, relatively central, also in the Bole area, and one is in Piazza, and I think the other ones are in Bole. Where they are just now constructing. They're in the middle of the process. So it's I will just attach you some of the videos that you can see how it looks like, what they do. Price range is also heavily. I can't name you all of the prices, you know, because it's different areas, it's there are different locations, but she's telling me like they, at least what I see, what I can observe here is like they are constructing a lot, and they're not the only developers here. I think I have another meeting by later today with another one, just to get their insights as well, to see like how the market is, you know, because their business is mostly like building and selling. They're not renting or using this as a short-term rental space or guest house space or whatever. So like it's develop and sell, and so on and so on. So it's that's what they do. They also have options here similarly like to Kenya. What I know of is like off-plan purchases. So like while they're in construction, you mostly get a discounted rate, and then you also get payment terms in 2 different ways. But I will also just attach it, because I think it makes more sense then to also see like what it means exactly, because they are also based on completion or progress of the building. But yeah, overall I see just that there's a lot of construction, because this company, I think is a group, yeah, so they have coffee export, they have car export, import, different kinds of things. And now I think they ventured recently, or more recently, to the development. But at least from what I see, that they have one completed building, but many others along the way. So I think there's a lot of potential in terms of real estate. And actually also what I thought, expected already, but it's like the most customers, she told me, is also the Ethiopian diaspora. They're purchasing their apartments. What was for me a little bit obvious, because I think the regulations for a foreigner to invest just open up. Maybe she told me foreigners can now buy also just with their passport without any extra difficulties from around 3 months or 4 months ago or something like that. So it's also relatively new that foreigners can invest like this. What of course also might increase then the likelihood that they will do over time. And yeah, also need to look at how stable it then actually is, you know, like how regulations change and what's or not, you know. And yeah, but that's it for now from my side. Let me just collect my thoughts a little bit, and getting something to eat now, and then I will take you later. If I have some more insights, I will take you there as well with me, and you can learn with me, yeah. So see you. Just finish up another meeting here in the Skylight Hotel here in Addis with another developer here, and also like someone in real estate. Got some more insights about it, yeah. Partially is also first of all for the diaspora, investing and getting loans here in terms of construction or financing things is much easier if you're investing as a diasporan or like foreign investor, because they just see more credibility in terms of like you bring in US dollars instead of having the Ethiopian birr. So the loan rate, at least what he told me now, but he told me I could arrange a meeting as well with one of the banks just to get some more information on it. He told me like, for example, for the locals, if you have birr, and they will have interest rate from around 10 to 15%. But for diasporan or like for someone with foreign currency, the banks go also lower, like approximately to 6%, at least what he just told me now in this instance. What is also quite interesting, what allows you to, of course, go rather in with the financing option. Not sure how long the terms for the loans are here as well, because there might also be a bit shorter because of the currency devaluation and struggles that they have right now. Still interesting. I might try to set up a meeting with them as well, just to figure it out a bit more, to get some more insights on this one as well, to understand how it actually could work here. Secondly, but this is again on the same end, and also one of the problems that investing in here brings is the shortage of currency, of foreign currency, and that Ethiopian banks are not really integrated with the international banking systems, at least as far as I'm concerned right now. This means, for example, you have issues with getting the money out, or investing the money somewhere else. And that's why most people here just invest their money right away and keep very little amount of cash. And then, just to give you one example, is what I was also reading about, and what he also taught me about was, I think it was last year or something, when the Ethiopian birr against the dollar was around 60 or 50 something birr to $1. What is now 150 something. So within this short time span, Ethiopia currency devaluated in half because of also the black market issues and stuff they had here. So it's very difficult to get the money out, or especially also in terms of security for your currency. People don't like to keep their money here in the banks, so they rather either invest it, spend it on something, or they just rather do things with the bank, buying cars or something, because they're also quite expensive and are also partially seen here as assets. That's why they rather invest the money into something else right away. So, or buy property or invest into business, whatever it is. So it's one of the downsides also investing here, also especially for foreigners, or for I think diaspora laws might be a bit more stable, also in terms of the regulations that could change all the time. You never know. When I met another guy today as well, a local guy, he told me that they also own property here, and because they're just destructing or reconstructing the entire city, it's a bit more unstable for them to own land here in the city, because then the government wants to build something on the land as well. So in this instance, also again, maybe another potential risk side here as well. And what he also told me is that now, as you see, now when I show you Addis, I was also wondering why exactly they just built skyscrapers or bigger complexes now all over. It makes sense for profitability if they have the funds for it. But if I show you one more time, you see also construction happening just back there. All the other buildings are at least eight stories high. And what I also got told now is, for example, on the Bolle Road, for example, is one of the main roads here, you have to at least build 15 stories high. Otherwise you will not get approval for building there. And what is a bit more outside of the main roads, you have to build at least 8 stories high. What is just part of the urban planning here, but what also limits you in terms of construction now, what you could do with it. So it's different if you want to just invest into a rental apartment, or do the Airbnb arbitrage model where you rent a property and then sublet it to other guests that you find on different platforms, or business travelers and stuff like this. Just quite interesting to understand how it actually works here. Now it makes more sense why they're building so many high buildings. But in the same instance, what he taught me, what I got taught also is, for example, you see all these these higher buildings, and some of them they look finalized. I'm not sure which one exactly or which not, but let's say this one looks quite finalized. But oftentimes they told me also that they are not finished or fully finished because they ran out of money, so they just left them abandoned. So therefore, it's also, I think, one of the things what also brings more difficulty. First of all, because the currency is very unstable here, and things change all the time, and you have to at least build these 8 to 15 story high buildings. I think they call it G plus 15 then in this case here locally. What also brings the risk with it, because you have to bring a certain amount of cash or finance it with the banks, and this gives also people a lot of issues and struggles here around the area with investing. So it's still very interesting. I think also long-term thing, when Ethiopia gets maybe more integrated with the banks, the laws are a bit more stable, and you don't have to worry about if you, especially as a foreigner, in a foreigner's case or diaspora case, will have issues with owning stuff here. Might be also a very interesting market on investment also into the future, besides when you want to build or construct these entire buildings, what they do now, and sell the properties immediately. It's another case. But let me see what else I can find out over the course of today and the next couple of days. because I have a couple of more meetings arranged and we'll meet with some more people. So I will keep you posted and try to find out more about the market here.